I don't know, it feels like it's going to be a pretty straightforward lane for Hector is my assumption. But at least they can punish the natures or the Jakiro a lot.
I'm sorry, I got really distracted because I was reading what was being written in chat. But
I was
yeah,
getting distracted talking there. It was difficult to finish my sentence. I struggled.
A very professional broadcast brought to you here today here at ESL One Thailand.
We only bring our best for every moment of every day for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, you know, it's gonna be fun. It's definitely already been fun, that's for sure. Yeah. Got all the taunts coming out though from the side of Beast Coast. They love doing this. We're gonna be hearing a lot of that spam coming out from Schofield, plenty from Hector, and I don't know if Chris Luck has the taunt, but if he does, I'm sure we will hear so much of it.
Okay, so it's actually going to be a 3-position left track. This is going to be pretty nice. I like that. Lots of tips.
All the tips going out to Papita.
And he threw one back, but it just doesn't feel the same when it's not like you're like, it's like they make fun of, they roast you for like 10 minutes and you say like one good line, but it's like, well, good job, I guess.
Well, he's got to do something. He can't just take it, right?
That's true.
Skirmish coming out, though, immediately trying to get a couple of these Fury stacks, plus the slow, putting some damage over onto Pepita, but he does have that Aphotic Shield. Chris Luck fighting through here.
It was okay. They had some good AoE. Stinger landed a double dual breath, the big nuke on 3 heroes, but semi-mediocre. Lich gonna head towards the top lane now. See if he goes for a teleport, and it's gonna be mid-nature's Prophet. That could throw things out of whack actually against Beast Coast. If Prophet gets some decent levels and starts rotating to other lanes, could be really, really good.
And Faker is definitely one of those mids that you want to keep your eyes on. I definitely would count him as one of the top 3 mids in South America currently, so should see some interesting plays from him. Tends to do pretty well when he's given the right heroes to make moves, and this is definitely one of those heroes I think that he could potentially do a lot with. But of course, Chris Luck being on the mid Legion commander, you know, we've seen a lot of that this tournament. Especially, it is something that we see specifically, you know, more often coming out from the South American region, but it's done a lot of work in these tournaments so far.
I don't really trust the Tusk though that much. Like the panelist said, it's a little hesitant. They didn't play it as a 3 at least, so it's not as bad as normal, but it just hasn't really felt like a strong hero in a bit, I guess. Snowball saves are still really good though. That's probably, oh no, same team, sorry. Can't snowball save against duel. Alright, Tusk is just gonna be like an average normal hero. Maybe his rotations will be good, I guess. You can get, like, you can limit some of the movement that Gyro has with Ice Shards. That part can be really nice in mid or late game situations, but...
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Oh, that's a dead Whisper and a lot of damage dumped out over onto Schofield. Whisper's, yeah, so this is one of Whisper's, like, one of his best heroes, honestly, is the Leshrac.
It doesn't pair well with Tusk, though. Like, what are they... Like, Leshrac is not really that much of a right-click hero. It's okay, but, like, that's what they'd have to do to make this valuable. It's basically, like, right-click and have Tusk in melee range, but when they do that, there's going to be a Rocket Barrage. So in the context of the laning setup here, it's pretty good for Gyro, it feels like.
Bottom lane, an Avalanche out over here. They've got so many stacks over here on Pepita. He's gonna have to go use the shield. They're pretty fast though. A little bit of body blocking coming out from Michael. Hector just wants to go back to hitting the creeps. And Stinger's sitting a little low on mana anyways. Well, okay, all right. This is Schofield, turns back around with the snowball. Does manage to dodge the missile, turn around, get the kill on the courier. Maybe it's a little slow, but no, still manages to get it. I love that Tusk taunt.
Yeah, that's good. It'll be fine.
Oh!
See you later, nerds.
See you later, nerds, indeed. Yeah, that's all the bounties. They put it on Pepita.
Congrats to them. So they'll respawn, head back to the bot lane. We'll see how Ursa does. Last hit wise, 12 goal or 12 last hits for Ursa. Abaddon's only got 8, so they're winning the lane a little bit. And the fast boots with gloves of haste as well, just to get even better trades. Movement speed is basically going to be the name of the game against the Abaddon. Just trying to stay faster than him every time he comes up for a last hit. Pick up some Fury swipes to keep that going.
Yeah, he's really struggling in this lane. He's constantly
really
being
hard.
run at. Oh, hold that thought. The snowball in top lane, Excel. Get a bit of a revenge kill as Pakas is pushed back. Doesn't quite land that split earth though.
So that's the coolest thing they can do is the Diabolic Edict with Snowball, because it'll still do damage while they're rolling. And after that's over, tag team obviously a little bit more damage amplification. They can also protect against the homing missile. That's probably what they did. Homing missile comes out, they snowball, activate Diabolic Edict, snowball, the missile gets destroyed, and they get to go take a fight and get a good little engagement in. But usually when you play like Leshrac offlane, it's kind of dangerous because of how vulnerable you are to death. Like if Tusk leaves this lane, Leshrac's just going to get killed repeatedly, so it's going to kind of force Schofield to sit here a lot and stay in the lane.
It's definitely not the way he necessarily wants to be playing, especially when you consider the fact that Michael is on the tiny. This is a hero that likes to move around a lot, likes to put pressure on the map early, as soon as they get that advantage with levels. So it is kind of boring for Schofield, but again, he's the bodyguard here in the top lane. He's the Kevin Costner to Whisper. So kill
Yep, exactly.
on the bottom lane. All right, that's a dead Jakiro.
Yep, that's what
He
they've
was
been
trying to
looking to
pull.
do, basically. Got to get the Avatos and the follow-up from the Abaddon mixed out with a nice kill.
Pakas, they've got the tag team again. The snowball comes through. The dead Excel. Oh, the Wrath of Nature, though, coming out from Faker. They should be able to get the kill on Whisper. Can they turn this around? They have enough damage. Schofield, he's trying. Nice trees coming in the way, but the shards come out from Schofield. So they'll kill the gyro. Can they get this bounty room, too? Oh, yeah, they can. They need some uphill miss chances. These trees, though, chasing after, not quite fast enough. They've got boots on the Tusk. So Schofield is going to run into Michael. He's going to die here, but does make them work for it.
And they got the bounty ring. Looks like Tyne will rotate over and grab the other one, but that was pretty good fight. Yeah, okay, Leshrac Tide, or Leshrac Tusk, pretty crappy level 1, but now like level 2, level 3, it's looking pretty solid against Gyro, actually. There's some cool engagements there so far. And now they're swapping lanes. Lich is going to go mid with a brief amount of jungling for the Nature's Prophet, so they can still stay ahead, and that's going to help Lich catch up a little. But Crystalk does have 6, so the Legion duel shenanigans are about to begin. Got his phase boots ready.
Would have probably liked that haste rune, but unfortunately not going to grab it as they make their way over to mid. There's a toss up, and that is a dead Leo style. So the person that we thought would be ganking briefly is the one to get ganked. Bottom lane, though, Hector taking a lot of hits here from Papita. Just jukes around in the trees.
It's a good juke. I actually can't believe that. I can't believe Jakiro skilled 2 points in Liquid Fire. I thought only noobs did this, but he must have a good reason behind it. Like,
Maybe
it doesn't
to force
scale very
towers,
well.
right?
Yes, but the problem is that it makes you really weak in the meantime. Maybe if he's not really expecting to get kills in his lane much, it doesn't feel that bad. They're trying to kill, yeah. You got it. Lowering attack speed against Abaddon is fine and all, but looks like a duel.
Most likely.
Oh, what a toss.
Schofield? Schofield, Poppy, what you doing? Chris
Too
Luck
close on
just
a
come
shard.
back here. Come back here. Oh my god. Is he,
Click
if
on
he
sauce.
actually runs away here and they don't get the duel, this is some Benny Hill stuff right now. All right, there we
my
go.
God.
There's the duel finally. We lost
got a
2
double kill?
heroes. Whisper got a double kill while the other 2 are just running around trying to chase after. Oh my god.
I cannot believe you got a double kill. I didn't see what happened. Okay, so 7-6 now. Game pretty even. Prophet still in the head, but Whisper is the most farmed hero for Beast Coast as well. So really good start for him. Bracer's going to help make up for the fact that he's not as tanky, but it worked really good against the Gyro in that last fight.
I mean, he does have to be careful though, right? Because there's going to be a Nature's Prophet soon that's going to have that Orchid online. And he's very susceptible to gank. So especially, you know, if they open up with the tiny, Schofield's not around, that's just going to be a dead Whisper. Pretty much almost every time.
Regeneration.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
You agree, or is that silence just like, I don't know about that, Moxie?
I'm sorry, I'm zoning out. It's really, I'm tired. Can you repeat the question? Please.
Hold on, we got a fight
no,
breaking out. No, I don't want it now. The snowball, it's gonna come in Handy as they keep him alive, bouncing right back. They've got their eyes on Pakas. There's a lot of damage being tossed out, though, as Faker makes his way to the top lane. Trees come out, holding Schofield into place, but there's the overwhelming out to be able to take down Pakas. And Chris Luck, he's hungry. He's looking for this duel. He sees Excel, and by God, he's gonna get some extra duel damage. Stinger taking too much damage from the trees, Michael and Faker. Chris Luck now forced to run away. They've got the Avalanche. He's fairly tanky, though. It's gonna take a lot to take him down here, although with the trees, he's cutting through. And I think he's gonna survive this. And while this is going on, you've got an Ursa in your other lane hitting the tower and hitting creeps.
But with that said, the Prophet is so far ahead in net worth. Like, he's actually got so much over everybody else. Whisper looked like he was within a stone's throw, but that's not the case anymore after that last fight. And Tiny's made a pretty good case for himself in almost every game in terms of early game. He definitely has issues in the mid and late stage. That's where Tiny has definitely been suffering, but I think Tiny's laning stage is maybe why he's been picked so much despite the losses.
That replay, that snowball coming in handy. The tag team going, and just from the back lines here, in comes Stinger, a little bit of burn damage. Pakas already have lost Schofield and Whisper, but I think it makes up for it with some of these duels. And we have another fight going on the map while this is going down. They find a kill on Hector. It's a good game. Start getting aggressive for this guy. Don't let him just farm up because he will run away with it.
The Orchid, yep. Yeah, I was wondering if his Orchid was finished for that gank. It makes it a lot easier to get the kill against an Ursa if you can prevent his ulti or his jump out of the trees. So, solid kill there. Gyrocopter dreaming of a Nagatum Scepter, but he's not doing so good on net worth. 3,200 is where he's at.
Well, like we said, he's dreaming. It's one of those things where you're thinking, okay, this is what I'm aiming for, a goal. There's an actual name for it. I can't think of it now, though. Aspirational item. That's it. That's his aspirational item. Michael, just trying to get rid of this one creep. Like, leave me alone.
Oh. Dude, I hate when that happens as a support. And there's just like one creep following you. You know, you're gonna have to run all the way back to the creep wave, and then you have to run back to where you just were. It's the worst.
Well, especially because I'm pretty sure he's trying to make a gank happen here. This one creep's like, hey, what you doing? Although they have their own gank going on with the snowball opening up. Michael, follow up. Nice ice, path split, earth, everything in the kitchen sink. Wrath of Nature was nice, but it just doesn't do enough when there's no one else around.
But it does increase the damage of Nature's Prophet temporarily, which is not bad, while he continues to hit creeps.
That's
Well,
true.
8 damage.
Ooh,
Good luck
baby.
out farming him.
Well, you can see Hector's, he's trying. He's working on it.
Yes,
But yeah,
the Battlefield will
Baker's
help
sitting
a
very
lot.
pretty. Oh, this is good. This is good. The Yule's pick up now on Whisper, so it's going to become even more difficult to try to get the jump on him. But in the mid lane, they do manage to get a really nice gank off as they take down Chris Luck, taking 3 heroes, and the Chain Frost, I believe, was also used during that.
It was. It looked kind of funny, like flying towards the sky there. Normally you see it move very horizontally, but that one was not ready for the toss into the air, believe it or not.
I enjoy when they
decent.
toss creeps in the air and then they get frozen because we have a pause.
Okay. You just investigate them before their death.
Yeah, you just take a look at them, you know?
Good stack here by Gyro. ED gets picked up. A little bit scary for Beast Coast to go take fights, though. The Prophet always being a threat is always a big worry, especially if he doesn't end up dying ever. But Ursa is going to be a pretty effective hero against Nature's Prophet as the game goes on. With mobility, he should be able to gap close and ideally kill Nature's Prophet towards the start of the fight, or at least force something. And they also have a Legion, so they've got pretty good solutions against Prophet as this game continues, even though Prophet is ahead.
Does feel a little bit scary with looking at this draft coming out from Beast Coast. But, you know, this entire time, again, Faker, top of the net worth. Gyrocopter trying his best here. And again, the later the game goes, the stronger he's going to probably feel. But don't like to play from behind, generally.
Mm-hmm. Once Hector finishes his Battle Fury, he's going to be completely fine in terms of net worth. He's getting there. Should have his Battle Fury flying over now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Chris Luck getting silenced. The Wrath of Nature comes out. They do have to be careful. They do have the global presence if they decide to make the jump, but it's already worn off here as the rest of the team trying to bait a little bit, maybe get the jump on Pepita, but there's also movement coming out now. You can see Michael on the side and also Excel making this rotation.
Yeah, they read this probably because Chris Luck ran back in. The rest of the team is missing as well. This is very smart what they're doing. Oh, if they can get the smoke's gone though, they're not going to get him in time. Imagine if they got her 2 seconds earlier, they could have grabbed the Nature's Prophet while he was completely solo. That would have been a huge snag, but they thought of it just a bit too late.
Just a little bit too late, like you said. And now Beast Coast has to go back. Probably need to farm up a bit more. The Blink Dagger completed though here on Chris Luck is going to be a very big power spike though. So I wouldn't be surprised actually if they might want to try to go and pick up a smoke and make a play here now that they have this item. In fact, lots of couriers
It's
right now.
possible, yeah. I don't know if they're necessarily going to have the best opportunity unless the enemy team brings all their heroes over.
That's a pretty good opportunity.
I mean, if they do a Lich, the fight's over. I think Chain Frost is really what they need for this to go well.
All right, Avalanche coming out. It's a nice macro pyre forcing everybody back. And look at this, the snowball comes through. They get the Chain Frost off, but the Delta split off to the side. There's a big Walrus Punch coming out. Look at this. Chris Luck says, I will take that damage. Thank you very, very much. The Science comes out, though. Schofield will fall as Chris Luck's chasing after Michael. Pepita's ultimate's going to come out, but Whispers is waiting patiently. He's got the Yules. He can outweight that ultimate. That's a double kill for Chris Luck. And in the top lane here, oh, Hector sees Pakas. He wants this kill in the dark cover, but he doesn't have anything to cancel out the TP. I'm not sure why Schofield, I guess he was hoping that he could cancel the TP by buying back, but a little too late. That was maybe
exactly
a bit
right.
foolish.
There was a call for it. He just probably said something like, I need to stun top, because he knew that if anybody shows up there, he's going to be able to slow the gyro and guarantee the kill. But unfortunately, it was just a little too slow to pick that one up. Really good reaction by Stinger to ulti right at the start of that fight. They dove right in. Tiny did his combo, or half of his combo, so now he feels like he can't accomplish much. He'll do one toss, but that's about it. Just a one trade. And the Yules as well, just the perfect counter against borrowed time.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, I mean, you're right, Purge. You said that they're going to go after Lich. They wanted that duel. And even though the engagement did not start off with the attack on Lich, they did find the kill. Oh, Pakas. Chris Luck getting revealed.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Wait patiently. They don't know who else is here, but the Walrus punch the duel. More dual damage coming here for Chris Luck. Although the silence, they tried to save the Jakiro, but they just don't have enough damage. They weren't able to quite grab him in that snowball. Whisper now forced back. Chris Luck trying to run. Whisper will fall. They're still chasing after Schofield here.
Radiant's middle tower
Doesn't have
is
anything
under
to
attack.
block just at this time. Lich is a little bit too slow. They're going to try to slow him down, though, with that Curse of Avernus. Peta having the field double bubbles actually on him. The fear drawing him back. This is a dead Schofield. Faker is just doing a great job here. He's on a monster kill.
It looks so bad for the gyro, but really good play there by the Nature's Prophet to TP in. And
Oh, boy.
another death.
Singer? I mean, he's still alive, but I don't think I really want to go on this. Chris Luck, he still wants the... Oh, but the silence coming out from Baker. He's just a couple seconds too fast for him. There's so much damage. Plus the Chain Frost getting thrown out from Excel. It's beautiful. Now Hector forced to run away. He's going to try to take down Pepita, but they have too much CC as they get the kill. Whisper on the back lines. Trying to clean up. Wants to get the kill on Baker. Will actually be able to do it. It's 9 times kill streak over, but he's just taking so much damage. But when he's got the Yules, he can still output a decent amount, but it doesn't matter. Gyrocopter just has too much that he can throw at him.
Well, they killed the Prophet, but that was
Radiant's top tower.
an inch
lot
away
to get
from
him.
being just utterly chain feed from the Beast Code side. But it works out partially. 4K gold advantage
Radiant's
now for
bottom
Infamous.
tower is under
They still
attack.
have good potential to farm, but Whisper definitely cleaning up in a big way there. They tried so hard to get that Abaddon kill, but Prophet was just on top of it with the Orchid. It would have been a hard kill either way. He still had Frost Armor on him anyways on the Abaddon when he almost got dueled. So it was kind of a crazy jump, but that's why they got punished. Got to be really careful sometimes.
All right. I feel like they've been jumping a lot on Pepita recently. Okay. All right. BKB comes out from Faker. Chris Luck is not ready to deal with this here as he's going to get just chain stunned. And down he goes.
Dude, Michael's owning. The Tiny is looking really good, honestly. It's a great pickup, the Nether Shawl here. He's got plenty of armor, adding magic resistance, a little bit of spell amp is exactly Tiny's game. But basically, Tiny has made the Legion Commander look weak. Like, trying to beat Legion Commander with physical damage is pretty rough, but Magic Burst, it's perfect. Because he wants to get this duel off, you have to worry about getting bursted the opposite way, and all the early pressure against Chris Luck has been really effective too. So that's the way to beat the Legion, maybe. Have the Magic Burst.
But is it enough to make our panel change their mind about the Tiny? That's the real question. They really seem to hate this hero.
I mean, it's lost 10 games. It is that's one of those stats where you have to like listen to the math. It's, okay, you've lost 10 games. All right, maybe there's a mistake here.
So
Maybe
this is the exception. Oh, the toss back on Chris Luck plus the teleport coming in from KXY. They're going to make sure that they cannot save him. There's no snowball available. He's silenced up. Chris Luck trying. Shards being thrown out. Oh, it's so close to being able to block off Michael, but it just needed a little bit more oomph.
Michael has been playing really, really good though. And there's a lot of squishy heroes on the Beast Coast side that makes Tiny even more valuable.
Oh, go heal. The blink forward. The toss up into the air. There he goes.
It's got to be like, it's the squishiness thing and the fact that the burst damage is really good against Legion. Like having a 3 that is so as squishy as Leshrac is makes him uniquely vulnerable basically. But he's also been in almost every single one of these fights. He's done a really good job.
Well, Faker continues to lead the net worth, 12k on him, and then Hector behind at 10k. So they're not going to be able to go and contest this rush. Pakas is going to be able to grab himself up the Aegis, and Ghost is going to have to figure out how to avoid fights, I think, for now.
Radiant structures are fortified.
They're gonna go for a
I'm
smoke here.
I'm still looking at Stinger's skill build, and I'm very confused. He's got the Liquid Fire max now, I guess, but I think Chris Luck gets gone on here.
Indeed he does. Very nicely done there, Purge. He is very dead. It's a beautiful ice path and it's a good macro pyre, but there's nothing else to hold them into that. Stinger's so afraid. Look at him. He's just like, I'm just gonna chill here. I hope they don't have detection, and unfortunately, not gonna be able to TP out. So that's gonna be a dead Jakiro.
Should just live there for the rest of his life until he passed away from old age, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. They never
Oh, well,
know.
I mean, dragons live to be really, really old, though, Purge. I don't know if he wants to stay there for the rest of his life.
I don't know if you know, Moxie, but this game is not safe for Beast Coast anywhere else on the map than being invisible. So I think that was his best shot.
Probably. It's looking rough for Beast Coast. They did get the Blade Mail pickup on the Legion Commander now, so perhaps they can get a pick off. But Infamous, they're playing tight. You know, they're not really letting anybody straggle behind so they can get picked off. It's just too easy for the side of Beast Coast to find those kills.
So why is the that the Abaddon's working decently well? I guess it is kind of nice against like Legion Commander, for example. There's like one less place that Legion can get a dual kill easily. That part's kind of cool. But and he is buying ore items, and now everything seems fine, but maybe it's just like the laning stage has to go good, or the early skirmishes have to be good, but I don't know, it's working now.
Indeed it is. You have the BKB now on Whisper, so that will help out in trying to survive some of these fights and just making sure he can output the most damage as possible. But these are feeling tough. The BKB enters. Okay, that's good.
That is really good. So another thing that really works well with the Abaddon, look at his positioning right now. He basically pushes the lanes in all the dangerous places, but because he's Abaddon, dueling him isn't fun. So he's always the threat, and then it also helps that the other carry that they have is the Nature's Prophet, and he can farm really defensively, like in his own jungle, and it doesn't hurt his team at all because he can still show up to those places that Abaddon is fighting. So Abaddon can basically be the frontliner guy, while Prophet is still farming at a really fast pace. So it kind of works out nicely when comboed with the Prophet here to basically allow space for Gyro to farm like semi-safely, Prophet to farm super safely, and both of them being able to show up when needed.
Oh, Hector again. Michael opening up. He's going to try to TP out, but they've got a Yules. This is not going to work for you, Hector. He is just dead.
Dude, Michael's zoning so hard. And then while Beast Coast struggles to find any kills that aren't Abaddon, or breaking smokes when Abaddon's standing in the lane, the Tiny just leads the rest of the team and goes for solo kills or finds setup.
It's definitely making it look good. So with that, Faker? Okay, Faker, that was very ambitious, but he knew that Michael was gonna be there because Schofield just popped. Oh my word. Michael getting the aphotic shield will take down some of these creeps over here with the macro pyre, but it's only a matter of time before they get more sent in. He looks after a nice play here coming out from Stinger, just trying to delay a little bit. Chris Luck on the back lines, he's trying to find a duel. He's waiting patiently. I'm sure he would love to grab Faker, but if he jumps in and he's not careful, he's just gonna get blown up. Constant ice paths being thrown, just trying to slow them down a little bit. But it looks like Infamous, they're happy with that. They've gotten themselves that tier 3. They're gonna rotate top where they have a big creep wave and perhaps just be satisfied with taking a tier 2 now as well. The Whisper, this is a little sus.
He's got BKB. He could potentially start the fight for him, but this is going to be dangerous.
Yeah, he's going in. He finds Pepita. Again, that's not the person you want, but Michael, there's a BKB, so it's not going to be the case where Michael can toss him up into the air. They get the duel on the back line. They'll take down Excel. First one down. Next to fall, though, is going to be Chris Luck as these BKBs are coming out from Infamous. More buybacks coming out. Schofield's getting back in, as is the Legion commander. Pepita does manage to get taken down during all this, but this Ursa is getting kited, and he's just trying to lifesteal off of Pocket. Does he have it? Yes, they go in. They take the Aegis. Michael's going to be the next to fall, and now they just have to wait patiently. Poor Pockets come right back up again. The blade mail on Chris Luck, he's just getting shredded here. Schofield, alright, he grabs up a friend along the way, following up. Do they have enough damage to be able to take down Schofield, but they'll take down Pakas. And on the back lines, Hector still chewing away over at Michael. Did he buy back for this? I think he did. A leap forward. Oh, the Yule's coming out. Chris Luck goes in. He has the duel. And look how slow this poor Tiny is hitting.
Oh my god, what a good fight for Beast Coast. They played that one pretty interesting. They had vision, and that's why Whisper was sitting so far forward, because he knew that there was an option. And I think the crucial thing in that fight was that the Abaddon got his ulti broken really early. He was the one up in front. Whisper was able to break it without using too many resources. They didn't have to use Ursa going in. They didn't have to use a duel. Whisper was able to deal the damage, get in the middle of the enemy team with BKB on, and he wasn't actually that threatened. And that's one thing Infamous is lacking a bit, is they can't do that much physical damage through Magic Immunity. So there's the Pepita getting really low. They duel on the backline as well, so no Chain Frost here. It did cost Chris Luck his life. Michael also really well disabled on the left side by Stinger too. And then he's able to kill the Abaddon, and they have the Lich Dead right at the start of the fight. And they bought back too, so they said, screw, we got a 5v3, we got to get these 4 kills.
And I'm impressed that Hector lasted as long as he did there, because it was looking a little scary for him. But he knows his hero. He knows the limits of it, so a good play for sure. Middle tower going down now. We're starting to see that gold swing little by little.
Manta, okay. Thought he was going to go for the Sanjay Nyasha for sure, but Manta against Orchid, I guess, is the solution for him on the Ursa. Doesn't want to worry about silence.
He's always been a big Manta picker upper.
He's also got BKB though, so it's kind of weird, but all right.
Perhaps he anticipates this going a bit longer, doesn't want to waste BKB charges every time that Faker just shows up trying to gank him.
That's a fair point, really fair point, yeah. Because it could be a soft gank, it could be a really hard gank, and either one is you don't want to waste BKB charges. You'll be out too soon, and he's gonna get kited.
Whisper getting silenced up, but the TPs are already coming through. He's not in any sort of fear here because he knows that he can just use himself away. But the tower taking damage very rapidly. So bottom tier 2 will fall for the side of Beast Coast.
Prophet's hitting really hard right now, but they'll just swap outposts right now. Equal things gained. Satanic on the way for Gyrocopter. Almost. He's getting there. Needs about another 1,000 gold or so. 1,500, that kind of thing.
Yep.
But that'll help him stay alive. Either way, he just needs to continue kiting Ursa in these fights until he gets something like Butterfly. He's going to be a little vulnerable. Paladin sword really good on Ursa. Now if Hector ends up getting Satanic afterwards, his lifesteal is going to be off the charts. It'll be really easy for him to stay alive and keep hitting in fights.
Again, my whole motto whenever I see a Beast Coast game is if Hector can hit, Hector can win.
Yep.
That is what he's good at. Hitting creeps, hitting heroes. Although, they might be able to do something. Well, I guess he still has the BKB, right? They could try to like force out a BKB charge if they tried to make a jump on him right now, because I definitely saw him use the Manta, but...
Yeah, but they don't know where he
gonna
is
just chill.
afterwards. He's just using the illusions to push out the mid lane safely. His illusions aren't going to push super fast, but they will do something. They'll slow the wave down at least. Yeah, they have really bad vision on anywhere other than the bot lane, so that's why they're sitting in the mid, kind of the focal point here. They know bot's safe, but they're worried to lose a fight at this point. And with Roche being almost up, both teams are going to be pretty careful here.
I think Beast Coast could take them by surprise, though. They did just finish up the BKB on the Legion Commander. So Michael, while he has been doing an incredible job this entire game, all of a sudden, he's not going to be able to do much when those BKBs are up. Dasher completed now for Hector. Smoke coming out. They're hoping to maybe catch them over in the river as they make their way towards the Roche pit. And it is going to be Excel, the first one to get jumped on. Has the Glimmer Cape. Chris Luck was going to go in there for the duel, but now they have to Delta split off to the side. They've got the Chain Frosters with Wrath of Nature being thrown through. Chris Luck has the... Oh, there's too much damage coming out from Faker. Are you seeing this? Oh my god, Chris Luck, that BKB did not matter. Hector chasing after Faker, though. The toss-up, trying to keep him alive. There's the buyback coming out from Nature's Prophet. They want to go back in on this engagement. Try to take down this courier on the back lines, chasing after Hector. And again, they've got it. And that was the Satanic for Pakas. That's so bad for Infamous. Hector stunned up. He's trying to get away. He leaps forward. He just cannot escape from those three heroes. Do they have the stun for Stinger? No, he's going to be able to leave.
Pretty ballsy by Chris Luck to go high ground there, but they had a moment. The buyback from the Prophet made it a lot more scary, though, with as much damage as came out. Roche is going to fall. Aegis going towards Infamous. Probably will go on the
again,
Prophet. Yeah, both actually. Okay, makes sense. His damage is super high. His attacks are really fast. Give him all the respawns. Oh, mech for Lesh afterwards. That's kind of cool. I like it. Somebody's got to buy it. This is actually usually one of the big negatives of having like an int caster as a 3 is that you don't have somebody to build aura items anymore, unless your 4 can get away with it. Good start to the fight.
Very good start. Gonna be able to go clear up that creep wave pretty fast. Grabbed a couple of scares, but they need more than that. They don't have the Ursa. They don't have the Legion Commander. It's just Stinger trying his best this entire time, but they can't go anywhere near this. It's too scary. Michael is just gonna jump on you, toss you back to the rest of the team, and then just like that, you're dead.
All right, well, with no buyback on Hector, no way to defend that anyways. They're just gonna have to take the Rax loss. It's not the end of the world. They're 12k behind, which is a little scary, but they do have this window of killing Prophet. It's only going to take 2 times, maybe 3 if you count Cheese, but if they do kill him, that's a dieback. So Ursus felt pretty effective against him in the last fight, and it won't be that different.
Oh boy. BKB comes out from Chris Luck. He just cannot be here. Not the way that he wants to use that BKB, but it keeps him alive. And it just makes the enemy team have to walk away.
He did kill the Observer Ward, though, which could pay off later. But he's not feeling as effective as the typical Legion mid, though. That's for sure. He's had a rough game.
He started off pretty well. I feel like he started off pretty well, but it kind of slid away from him. And you have to be careful, too. There's the Heaven's Halberd that was picked up on the Abaddon. So, you know, you can't really do much about the Blade Mail. Although you do have the Frost Shield is pretty nice if you can throw that on the dual target. But... So many blink daggers. All the blink daggers. A lot of mobility.
He's got 20 seconds till he's ready to go again. Halberd on the Legion will make a big difference. It's gonna be taking way less damage from Nature's Prophet and the Gyro when that comes out. Manta pushing again. Jam up for Tiny, so no more vision in the jungle. Beast Coast fighting here is pretty unlikely. Not that they were going to anyways, because Aegis is up. They're just going to probably go farm the opposite side of the map for now. Just to be safe.
Can we see the net worth, please?
Yeah, there's not a lot of buybacks, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Hey,
that's for sure.
looking at the net worth charts like that really makes it very clear how far behind Beast Coast is. You just see that like gyro that's equally farmed. They still have a good hero against it. The Ursa's very effective, but Chris Luck's having a rough game. He's got off lane level farm right now.
I'm just worried because the amount of damage that Faker's outputting in these fights is incredible. And like you saw, you know, we had the BKB on Chris Luck. He jumped in, but it just didn't matter because even though they couldn't get these magic spells off on him, they still were able to just focus him very easily. That's very scary.
They're looking to invade though.
Yeah, they are.
Tiny's
Michael
going
leading
first.
the charge. They see Hector. It should be the blink, the toss, right back up into an avalanche, into the bedroom eyes. But they'll follow up the jump forward coming up from Hector. They want this kill, but they have the Ghost Scepter. Hector having to run away. Now Stinger left behind over in the tree line. They tried to use the shards to buy him some more time. It just doesn't connect properly as Hector forced to run away. Michael blinking forward. He wants this. He's going to toss him right back to Pakas. As they go, they stun him up. He's trying to pull back in from Excel. That is one very dead bear.
That was so cool how they started that. The toss back into the Sinister Gaze guarantees he can't use any defensive abilities, but the missile is just a little bit too late, and now once again grabbing another kill, and all of a sudden the game's just over.
Just like that. I mean, they're going to make him work a little bit for it, right? They go and they drop that fortification, but I don't see how they force them back here at all.
For 3 dead heroes. Minimum 12 seconds until Jakira's up. The only 2 left can't run into this. That's it. That's got to be it.
That's what I'm thinking too. Michael playing just out of his mind. All right, there it is. There's the last hurrah, but it's just so much damage. And with that BKB, you're not going to get that reflection. So, first game.